Welcome everyone to Everydayman.net, the everyday conversation for the everyday man. I'm your host, Cordero Hayes, my co-host Jay,
Hello.
and we have another exciting show for you guys today. But before we get into it, make sure you guys head to our website at theeverydayman.net. We can find all of our content, all of our movie reviews, podcasts, everything we do is over there. Make sure if you listen to us on SoundCloud or iTunes, make sure you subscribe. Listen on iTunes, make sure you give us those 5 stars. Be greatly appreciated. All right, man. Everybody know what we're here to talk about. It's been a hot topic for last couple of weeks now. Uh, and it seemed like Jussie Smollete was lying. But before we get into that, Jay, how you been doing?
I'm doing good.
Cause you wasn't on last episode. It was just me and Kendall. And thanks for the listeners. Really do appreciate it. If you hear ads before the show, just bear. Just if you don't want to hear the ads, just skip them. I'm going to tell you right now because they're there. They're gonna be there. So, uh,
I told you don't put them before the show.
yeah. I'm just telling you right now.
If
Just,
you don't like them, please comment.
just skip it. Just skip the ads. Like 10 seconds. If you listen on
Hopefully he'll
iTunes,
take them off.
hit the skip button. That's all. Just it's just simple as that. But appreciate it though. Gotta get this money. But yeah, man. It just just the everyday man here on the Everyday Man Network. We try to be as honest as we can. Um, when this story first broke, and we talking about Jussie Smollete, the Empire star, that came up with a story saying that hey, I was attacked by these two people wearing masks, and he also said that um, they were saying MAGA country and had bleach and damn noose and all kind of stuff. Man, they was saying about him. Um, Now it comes out he's been charged. He's been charged. Yes, he's been booked. He actually has a mugshot floating around right now, Jay. And
I heard he turned himself in.
I mean, what you gonna do? They're gonna arrest him either way. Either they coming to get you or you coming to us. I mean, whatever however you wanna do it. So we have a picture of Jussie Smollett here, and that's what we're talking about. But the thing about Jussie Smollett, I mean, and I pick a nice picture. I'm not the one type of guy who's gonna pick the picture of him crying or looking at his worst. Because right now he is getting a. They are killing him on social media right now, and we knew this was coming.
The
Me and Kendall spoke about this last episode. We knew it was coming. Everybody pretty much knew it was coming, and he. I don't know what was going on in his head. It's a lot of theories floating around. We'll get to those later. But before we do, I just want to know, Jay, how you feel, because you wanted to believe him. I wanted to believe him.
I wanted to believe him. I was sad to hear about it if that
Yeah,
was true.
right.
Because I mean, it's just terrible that we still live in a world that people will do things like that to other people for whatever reason, this color of their skin, the choice of who they love. But I was bothered by it when I heard of the news, and just the way it turned out was just terrible.
Yeah, what it is, I think the history of this country made it believable. Like has happened and is continuing to happen. I think that's what makes this whole situation worse. It does happen to a lot of people. A lot of people get lynched and beat up throughout history. Black people dealing with this kind of thing. Black families been dealing with this for a long time. We just watched the Netflix documentary on Sam Cooke, where they reiterated talked about a lot of lynching and stuff like that. Also Emmett Till, and so this thing's been happening. So especially when you hear somebody got a noose, they automatically
Yeah,
think hanging, and it takes you to a dark place.
that's about a worse is crying rape. For those people that cry rape and it didn't happen to them. I mean,
Right.
it's just as bad.
Yeah. People saying, well, he cried wolf, and it's bad, and I can't wrap my head around why he would do such a thing.
Oh my God, the press that they had today. They was showing a little news outcast thing. They were saying he was doing it for his career. It's so terrible.
Yeah. And the thing about it's like I say, it's a lot of theories, and one of them was that he wasn't happy with his salary on Empire. He wanted a pay increase. So he decided to. That's where the whole letter thing has come from about threatening and stuff. Writing a threatening letter to your company doesn't that you work for doesn't make want to pay you more. You know. So
Yeah, but
I don't know.
it'll give him the attention because like some people say, um, no attention is bad attention, or
We say
is
all.
that the saying?
No,
All
it's like
attention is good attention.
yeah, all publicity is
Yeah.
good. That's what he say.
So
Not in this case.
yeah,
Not
no,
not not.
I don't know.
Matter of
There's
fact,
no bouncing.
if
I don't know what kind of bouncing back it is from this.
right, if it's one incident that proves that it's not true, it's this one. I don't know how he bounces back from this, and not saying that everything you said was a lie. I think about it. It's so crazy. We still don't know. We went from him stories to him crying to him going to on GMA Good Morning America.
Yeah.
Talking to Robin Roberts. He lied to Robin Roberts' face. Who does that, right?
And she had cancer. How could you lie to somebody had cancer?
Who beat cancer? Like, what's wrong with you?
Oh yeah, she sure did.
And I'm like, and we look and we watching, and we got to admit, I think sometimes we get caught up in black people we are so emotional at times, and people's like, oh y'all just so stupid on social media. I never believed them from the jump. But what happens when we don't believe them? It's like like you say about the whole rape thing. Like what happens when you don't believe somebody? You have to at least consider it. In these situations, you have to at least consider the situation.
It's just called sympathy.
And
I would have sympathy if somebody had told me a story. You have sympathy to something. It's not, oh, I just believe you. Oh, yeah, that really did happen to you. But you still have some type of sympathy at the end of the day. I mean, you don't never know anything until you know. So for people I see some people bash him. I seen a comment because somebody brought back up the same thing that you talked about with Liam Neeson. They're like, he talking about he wanted to kill a black man, and just because he lied about it, I mean, you guys are still gonna go see the movie. Somebody made a comment about that, and then they went back and forward. I was like, let me get out of this conversation.
The best thing for you to do right now, if you don't have a platform to talk about it publicly, like we talk about it on the show or whatever. But for the people who just going back and forth in the comments, I just advise you not to do it.
Yeah, I'm like, let me tell you that conversation went on forever, and then other people jumped in. Some people jumped on those people, and then after a while, that one person that had made the comment about Liam Neeson, he just shut up. He just stopped texting, and then the rest of them went on and on about it with other people that jumped in the conversation. I went ahead and
I mean,
remove myself from that.
I think sometimes we forget that two things can be true. Two things can be true, and that's why we in the culture now. We in the pick'em culture, like you have to pick this and pick that. No, two things can be true. Jessica can be full of shit, and Liam Neeson can be full of shit. You don't have to be. Excuse me. I'd be like one's worse than the other. Excuse me. You don't always have to be that way. You can always, you can always be like, yeah, both of them did stupid shit. But I think maybe the person was trying to say that, well, we still supported Liam Neeson. We probably can still support Jussie Smollete.
Well, from what I've read, I wish I would have screenshotted to you. He was basically saying that Liam fessed up to his ignorance, being ignorant, and he said that Jussie is, being ignorant for publicity for money. So he was trying to say that it was worse than what he did, than Liam trying to kill a black man. I was like, I don't know which one's worse, but I can tell you they're both still bad things.
Right, two things can be true. They both are stupid as hell.
They're both stupid decisions to make.
Liam Neeson went out looking for any black man, not the black man who actually did it. If that's what people are saying too. Even if she's even telling the truth, even though she's dead now. Even if she was telling the truth, because history tells us that white women do this to black men. It happens still to this day. We have white women who accuse black men of doing something they have absolutely no idea of doing because they watch us and all that. I mean, not even on like a rape level. It could be about anything. I remember one time when I was staying in Charlotte, we was at South Park Mall. I think at the time they had like some kind of store in there, and me and a few guys went in. And I knew the lady was watching us. I knew she was watching us. So we would pick stuff up. We were fucking with her. We would pick stuff up, put it down. We knew what bothered her.
Well, then why would you do it?
She was profiling us.
You're supposed to be above that.
I'm not. And I was like 19. like 18 at the time. I wasn't in 20, 20, 21. Either way, I wasn't above it.
You
I had
should still
hadn't
be
matured yet.
21.
Yeah, 21 men can be still stupid. So maybe I'm only 21. Who knows? Anyway, but yeah, but she thought we had something, and then by the time we came, we went out the store. She come running out behind us. Did y'all take such and such? And we was like, ain't nobody take nothing. So well, I saw y'all pick up this and that or whatever, and it's like, well, go look, and it was right where it was supposed to be. Now she's feeling stupid. You wouldn't get an apology of nothing. You like you just going out your day, like you just profiled the hell out of us just because we look different and stuff. But I think Jussie maybe he was trying to get because the thing about it, he getting it two ways because he's black and he's gay,
Mm.
and it's like man maybe he shouldn't. Maybe he was thinking that he was gonna get the support of the LGBT community, and I know they ride for their people, and they were some people I've seen both sides. Some people were riding with him, and some people weren't. Seemed like it seemed kind of fishy, but even though it seemed kind of fishy in the beginning, you still can't. You don't want to call him a liar just because he's right,
Yeah.
you know. So I think the safer, if you don't go say anything, if you go say something, the safer, like you say, the safer route is to be like sympathize with somebody's going through. Because if you don't, you just seem like an asshole, right?
Yeah.
But now all this is coming out, especially when it first happened, when they first arrested the two suspects, which was the Nigerian brothers, because they got them coming back from Nigeria. They arrested them, interrogated them. Next thing we know, they're released without charges. It was like, okay, something's wrong. These are the two guys you so-called saw on video. Now you got them in custody.
I couldn't see their faces on that video.
No, I didn't. I saw the video. I didn't really pay attention too much. We like look at faces and stuff. But they did see. But they did see him. They got him. And it's like, okay, now we got you. They released him Friday, and I'm like, well, damn, they let him go without no charges or nothing. Something's funny. And next thing you know, Chicago PD is like, yo, we need to see you. We need to talk to you again. I'm like, oh shit. Now all of a sudden, Jussie Smollete has a lawyer. Now, if you're a lawyer, you're the victim. You really don't get lawyers when you're the victim. Usually,
Well, no, they still get lawyers.
if you're gonna sue or something, or is it a case where it's a extreme case where you press charges, you know, um, and it was like, well, they didn't want to talk to him. Then they put out, well, he's a suspect. It was like, fuck it, he's a suspect now. We not just want to talk to him no more. And next thing you know, he's arrested. They say he can get hit with a class 4 felony, which isn't a lot. And I looked it up in the state of, matter of fact, I got it right here. I had it. Anyway, for the state of Illinois, a class 4 felony is a criminal offense in the United States are divided between the two different categories. Of course, everybody knows that's felonies and misdemeanors. But a class 4 felony is the lowest of the felonies that you possibly can get, and only really carries between 1 to 3 years in prison. That's where it must fall, between 1 and 3 years. I don't think he will be charged. They say he could be charged, mainly because of the letter that was sent, because he used U.S. Postal Service, which is a federal job, and, federal resources. So I don't think he will. But we'll see. Would you think he'd probably be charged for this?
Mm.
Because like you brought up rape earlier, while people saying, well, people who cry rape don't get charged. Why would Jussie Smollete get charged for faking his own attack? It's
Wow.
even though it's fucked up, and I don't like to compare the two.
Leading the police officers onto a false
Yeah, he filed a false.
Yeah, there's charges for that. Um, I think he should be held accountable for um for doing that. Because it's just ridiculous. I can't believe he did. Well, if he did do it,
I really can't believe
it. Still,
I think that he should be held accountable.
I think he should be held accountable for. For it.
And I don't want to hear nothing about him being
mentally unstable.
Yeah,
Well, they use that a lot.
yeah, because this man is, cause he had so many people already willing to go to war for him that he put him in a situation. He put us in a situation. All his fans, man. Like first, remember they was saying like, oh, they might write him out the show. Then Fox came out and said, nah, we don't go write him out the show. Then the whole thing come out about him wanting more money. It was like, see, that's where the theories start to come in. Like he wanted more money, and then the thing came out that he got into really the whole thing was about he was messing with one of the brothers, and they got into a fight, and it just keeps going on and on, and like only people who know the truth, the Nigerian brothers and him. They
Mhm.
do have them boys on video in the store purchasing the items, purchasing the mask and the rope and everything. So they own video actually being on video buying the incident, and the security, I guess whoever it was at, somebody saw them and recognized them and noticed that they was actually like in a rush or whatever. And also they was saying that the brothers was also spotted with Jussie that night in his apartment building in the elevator or something like that. So usually elevators have uh, video cameras, but he's saying that it may they have that footage, just haven't released it yet. Now, how true that is, I don't know.
Mm.
But they do say they have a lot of evidence saying that yeah, he staged this whole thing, and we just trying to dig into his psyche like we psychiatrists and shit. We don't really. I mean, I don't know what would make him do such a thing because when they raided the Nigerians' apartment, the brothers, they found everything. They these fools didn't even get rid of the evidence at all. They still had the bleach. Not saying you don't use bleach. I mean,
Everybody use bleach.
you don't use bleach
Yes, we do. We have bleach in the house.
on clothes. All right then.
We don't use bleach to
Because I
clean
don't have a
with.
lot of white clothes, so I don't. Why would I
We
buy
use
bleach?
to clean.
I'm saying like to use on clothes. When I think of bleach growing up, I just think of bleach and white clothes.
You told me that you used to think about bleach because your mom used too much. You used to burn your eyes.
Yeah, yeah too. I said I never didn't use it growing up like that. She used it. I use Comet Ajax. uh, but so they still had the bleach, still had the mask, still had the rope. They still had the magazine that is with the letters that was sent to Fox. They still and I guess they went through the magazine. Now they saying um that the magazine is has cut out holes in them where they took out letters and shit to plate the paste on the picture. I mean, if that's the case, I mean, you can always get somebody. Can you just get somebody to actually write out with your phone ringing while we're recording? Why why get somebody to write you a letter? You ain't gotta. I bet that shit probably wasn't even neat. Like it was all over the place. I mean, Jay, what else you got to say on this subject?
I think it's terrible. I think it's terrible to cry wolf about anything. You
Mm-hmm.
know, because you get so many people riled up, celebrities. I mean, you got to think about your friends you're gonna lose when the truth come out. You
Yeah,
know, you're gonna make
yeah,
enemies. You you're gonna gain new friends. Um, you're setting bad example, especially because he sits on a platform. You
yeah.
know, he still has a lot of people that follow him, a lot of people that aspire to be where he's at and to come out and and just to hold the same statures that he holds. So I really feel bad for him. I really feel bad for his fans. You know how disappointing they are in
Mm-hmm.
him. How disappointing the communities that stand behind him. With him being mixed. I think is him and his sister mixed because his sister's the girl that girl with the real big hair. She played in
Yeah,
Temptation.
yeah.
That's his sister.
Oh, is she?
Yeah, they're sister, brother, and sister.
Is she?
Yep, the girl that played in that Temptation movie, and
Mm-hmm.
she was with that guy, and she has like that big hair,
Right.
and she left what's his name to be with that guy.
I didn't know that.
I can't call her
I did
name.
not know that.
Yeah, they're brother and sister, and what's so sad, I know she was spotted leaving to go see him. What about your family that you putting all this shame on?
Not only did it affect his career, but it possibly hers too, because of the affiliation. You never know.
Yeah, I mean, she has like a son, how your little nephews and nieces looking at you, that look up to you,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna feel. I mean, don't get me wrong. Plenty of celebrities had to deal with that and still go home to their family and explain what they did and how
Mm-hmm.
they, you know.
But it's different for black celebrities, and we can't forget that. It just is. It's not. We still not on a level playing field with them. Like it's gonna affect him way worse than it would affect a white actor who did this or actress who tried to pull this off.
Yeah.
That just it's fucked up, but that's just how it is. Even though what he did was stupid, it's just gonna be different. For him. You know.
Yeah, his career is gonna go down. That TV show is gonna suffer from it. All the people that depends
Mhm.
on that check.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. Matter of fact, Lee Daniels came out with a video when it first happened, saying that they were standing behind him. He's the director, supposedly the creator.
Oh yeah, he's
And,
gonna be
and
like.
a lot of his storyline is from Lee Daniels' actual life, his actual experience. Like the whole scene, I think maybe it was the first or second season where it had the scene where it had Terrence Howard when he was a kid, putting him in a trash can. Lee Daniels came out and said that happened to him as a child. His father put him in a trash can because he was gay and he couldn't accept it.
Mm.
So, what Lee Daniels writing and directing made this guy a star. No matter what he talked to, he ended up being one of the show's best characters or most favorite characters. Even though he came out and said he was gay, just like he viewed he was gay on the show. He was himself, and people accepted that. And since people are having a hard time breaking Hollywood being gay as it is, and him being black and gay, he just like you said, he set a bad example for all these people that came to bat for him. Not only Lee Daniels, but I seen a video with Steve Harvey saying he stand behind him when it first happened and stuff. And everybody's talking about how bad the situation is and how America is and stuff. And he come out and lie. Not only can MAGA people support and be like, see, we not all bad. The motherfuckers lie on us too. Like y'all say, we lie on them. It just bad, like you say, for everybody. And think about it's the internet age, so it's not like he can say I didn't do it or it goes away. It never goes away. This shit happened like the 1950s or whatever time, early 90s, early 2000s. He probably can like people maybe forget, but no, you Google his name, this always come up. This will always come up when you Google it, unless he does something fantastic. I mean, he got to do something that has never been done ever.
He definitely got to have fans that are dedicated to him to still support anything that somebody decides to put their self out on the line,
Mm-hmm.
and put them through. Cause yeah, this is bad, and like you said, unfortunately, it is tougher on different races,
Mm-hmm.
especially the African Americans. They're not gonna let them live certain things down at all. Um,
Oh, the internet.
bad,
Not only
so bad for
white
him.
people, we're not gonna let him get away with this.
Do you think it's
I've seen so many memes.
Do you think it's really
It's
terrible that
ridiculous.
some people definitely
Some people I seen a skit where somebody already remade the situation, and it just it's crazy.
do you feel do you feel more upset about it just because it's Black History Month? Some people do.
Right, that's what some people saying. All right, come on. Since Black History Month been coming in, we've had all these boycotts with Gucci and who else is the new one? Burberry
Um,
and and
was it Tom Ford? I don't think it's
no
Tom
no no
Ford.
no. It was Gucci. One of them was Burberry, and I'm like,
But it was like Chanel too, not Chanel.
I don't know who the other one was.
Louis Vuitton, I think it was one of them.
One of them. Anyway, some shit I can't afford or don't buy. So a lot of people are saying that Black History Month. Why would you do this to us?
Yep.
We already had these damn corporations, shitting on us on purpose, so we could talk about them just like we're doing right now. Free promo, what they call it, free
Mhm.
advertisement, because everybody go talk about them. And now this guy come out and do this. Why he can't wait to March?
Yeah,
He
he could have done
couldn't
this in
wait
New
2 more
Year's. He
weeks.
could have done this on New Year's. Let it be a big spectacle because it's the New Year coming in. I mean, I don't know. We only
Yep.
get but one little month. Even though a lot of people feel like we don't deserve it. Some people feel like, what do you need a whole month for to celebrate Black History? I heard that come out of like students' mouths and stuff.
You can celebrate Black History every day. You
So,
know what I'm saying? Everything they like us, they think is cool is all Black History. Our culture is everything. White people don't have a culture. But it just It's sad what it is. End of the day, and he have to look at himself in the mirror every morning and ask himself, what if he did things differently?
Yep.
These are
Was
the
it worth it?
was
That's
it
that's gonna be the biggest question.
was
Was it
it
worth
worth
it?
it? These are the situations. These are what he gonna have to deal with. His
Was it
family
worth it?
gonna have to deal with. Imagine his parents be like, "Come on, why you embarrass my name, the family name like this? Why would you do that? When you in the spotlight and you're African American, maybe somebody need to hear this. When you in at a certain level and you have a responsibility, whether you believe it or not, some people are just stupid. Don't watch the whole Floyd Mayweather about him and Gucci, how he go wear what he want to wear and whatever. And that's true. You can do what you want to do, but you still have people who look up to you. You still have people who admire you. You still have people who, and don't forget, the people actually put you where you are. Yeah, you can be the most talented, but if nobody supports you, you won't make it. This how this works. If nobody watched Empire, nobody know who you are. You got famous. You had your storyline on the show. People supported you. People liked it. You had a diss record where you sung during the rap beef or whatever. You won. People liked you. You made it. And then you pull this stunt over salary, boyfriend, whatever it was. I've never would have thought about going to get Subway 2 in the morning. Never crossed my mind. Not once. When I go out in the morning at 2 o'clock in the morning, if I'm already out, Subway is the last thing on my mind. Leaving the club or a bar that I want to eat. It won't be Subway. Either I'm going to McDonald's or a cookout or something like that. I'm not going, in matter of fact, I'm going somewhere that has a drive-through. Our Subways don't have drive-throughs here. You got to get out and go in. Nobody's doing it. He was walking. He didn't even drive. Like, it's ridiculous. Let's make it. In a city like Chicago, you can't tell me you don't have services where somebody will bring you food at 2 in the morning. It is some service. Chicago is a big city. Come on now, you got Grubhub, you got something. Somebody deliver you some goddamn food 2 in the morning. You can't tell me Subway don't have delivery drivers at 2 in the morning. And why is the Subway open at 2 in the morning anyway?
That's what I was gonna say too.
I've never seen a Subway open that late. Maybe only in Chicago. I don't know. Jay, you got anything else when we get out here? Because
I'm done with him. I didn't even want to talk about him. I just shame to him. I'm hoping that maybe this is just a whole misunderstanding. I'm hoping for his sake and for the community sakes that this is just a misunderstanding, that this is not true.
Okay, sure. This is a big ass misunderstanding when he thought of it. This fool here, I don't know what he was thinking. All right, man, but that's our show for today. I know it was quick, but it was just a discussion about Jussie Smollete because, I mean, it's crazy. It really is. All right, if you like the episode, make sure you guys hit up to our website, theeverydayman.net. Like I said earlier, you find our content, movie reviews. We got some of those coming. I know we got to review A Little Better Angel that we hadn't reviewed yet for whatever reason. My fault. So I'm gonna get that up and out to you guys. Also, there's no movie. What other movie we went to go see? It was A Little Better Angel and something else.
Something that wasn't that good.
Was it a kid movie?
It was.
Oh, Happy Death Day to you too.
Yeah, Happy Death Day.
So I'm gonna get those out too. So with that being said, thank you guys for listening, and I'm out. Peace.